Hello and welcome. The soap I've been using recently, I mentioned the last time how what I added to my soap. Um, like I said, the skincare routine that I was asked to do video about is going to be in phases. I'm going to keep sharing the things that I use, how I use them, and how it worked. So basically, all the things that I tell you in separate videos, they are a combination of what I do on a daily basis sometimes. Yes, I switch them every now and again. If I discover something different, something new, I try it out to see how it works. Now, for those with sensitive skin, you understand that your skin, I have accepted, I don't know about you, that my skin does not like to use something for a very, very long time, right? Like, it's not like that. It likes to change diets as the case may be. You know, it's not the soap I've been using last since last year that I'm using right now. I've changed some things. I'm adding some things. So yeah, instead of just buying different soaps all the time, I buy an organic soap at an organic store. So you can, I don't know, depending on where you live, I'm just telling you what I use where I live. So you don't have to necessarily go and get the soap that I tell you that I'm using. But you just have to look at what organic store do you have around you. There are organic stores everywhere. You can just look online and check, or you can just look in your environment. You can ask around like what organic store do they have around? So when you go to organic stores, you find soaps there, right? You look at the ingredients. If you see that 90% or even 100% of the ingredients are ingredients you can relate with, things that if you put them, Google them, for example, you find that they're natural, they're organic, then yes, you found one of the soaps that you can use. So basically, there are different types of soaps out there, of course, but there aren't that many organic soaps. So you have to go to an organic store to get some. And sometimes they can even make you one depending on your specifications, right? And sometimes you just find a ready-made one that is already there. So the thing is that you can't go when you're talking about organic soaps, they are not soaps with how will I put it now? Production dates, expiry dates. Sometimes they have it. Sometimes some soaps have that, especially when they put a lot of vegetables and fruits in it. Yeah, sometimes they put that there. But there are some soaps that it's like they never expire. At least the kind that I use, they can be there for years. It's like it almost has like the shelf life, almost like the shelf life of honey, wild honey. So there are some soaps like that that don't expire. So the soaps I use are not some that are endorsed, that sort of thing. There are soaps that I know that our ancestors have been using since for a very long time. So that's another thing. What is your nationality? Where do you come from? You understand? And if you don't know where you maybe for some reason you're not very, very certain about the tribe or your ethnicity and all of that. See, here's the thing. People will say things that ethnicity, that we're all one. Yes, that's nice on paper and a way to think about human beings. But when it comes to your specific needs, you need to know where you're from, because it helps you to how will I put it now? It helps you to get the right foods to eat, the right products that you can take. So it helps you with that a lot, right? And so things that your ancestors have been using, by the time you get back to it, which was more or less what I did, right? I had used all the soaps made from this place, made from that place, outside the country, and so on, and imported soaps. I've used a lot of imported soaps. They work for a while, That is even if they work. And then after some time, it stops working. So I find myself changing things again, changing, looking for a new soap that will work. And in the process, I ended up using a lot of skincare products and all of that. So the best is which of these soaps are closest to your roots. That's just it. So that is being a bit more specific. But if you're while you're searching for that, where you live, right? Where you live, what are the organic skincare products that place is known for? Every area, every vicinity has their own indigenous products that has been around for years and years, sometimes even for centuries. Do your findings. You find that, oh, maybe these people, this tribe that used to live here before some of us joined them, this is what they use. Thing is, anything that is organic that comes from a certain area is the best organic product that you can use for yourself. If it doesn't come from that area, it might not work best for you, because whatever is going to affect your health, whatever is going to affect your health, your skin health, or even your general health, it is factored in with the environment. The environment also plays a role. And that's why sometimes when someone is sick, they might recommend a change of environment, because maybe that sickness is more amplified in that particular area or in that particular vicinity. Or maybe it's a seasonal sickness or disorder or something that just happens in that area at certain times of the year. So when you use products, you use organic produce, whether for your food or for your beauty or for your skin, that is indigenous to where you live, you're less likely to be to face any form of disorder. You're less likely to have good skin health and good health, generally speaking. So instead of looking for organic products from other parts of the country, whichever country you live in, or from other parts of the world, which is nice, but it's best you pick the one that is made from that area and ingredients that's made from ingredients grown from that vicinity. Like, is that indigenous? Is best. Is the best. Yes, your body might take some time to adjust because you've been using other stuff, but eventually, by the time your body adjusts, you'll be like, wow, where have you been all my life? I don't know whether I told you this, but I've been using olive oil in my hair for a very, very long time. And it just makes my hair tough, dry. Maybe the one I'm using is not organic enough. I don't know, right? But I've been using it and it's not really, it's good for my skin, no. It's doing great for my skin, especially when I combine it with something else. But for my hair, it's just not playing. Until I switched to coconut oil. I just don't know why. I couldn't find shea butter. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do coconut oil, because obviously I can't use olive oil. So I just started using coconut oil again, and my God, my hair was detangled. My hair gets soft. I've never felt my hair feel that soft before. It gets detangled. Of course, as usual with my crazy experiments, I added some essential oils to it, and the coconut oil hardened my hair again. I'm like, you were supposed to make this thing better, no worse. Another lesson to learn: when you are doing your experiments, do it in small portions, very small portions, so that if it doesn't work, you won't be stuck with using it for like 1 week or more. Like, you won't be stuck with using it for more than 3 applications at a time. Because if you take a huge amount and just mix it, thinking that, oh, they're all good ingredients, I can just mix them together. No, mix them in small portions and see how your hair or your skin reacts to it. If it reacts well to it, then you make more of it. But keep doing it little by little like that. Take a small portion of everything, mix them together, something that you just use within 2 or 3 days. Now, here is my skin again. And so yeah, so this is how my skin looks like for if you're trying to, yeah. And I think by the grace of God is looking really fantastic. I'm grateful to God for that. So I did something very interesting. Like what I said, I was eating banana like last week or 2 weeks back, and one of the bananas fell on the floor. And I was like, what? I was enjoying that. Now, I couldn't very well, though it was tempting, I can assure you it was tempting. I wanted to take it, rinse it, and throw it in my mouth. But I was like, I can't do that. Like, I could get sick if I tried something like that. So I was like, what was I going to do? I can't, and I don't, I'm raised in a home where we don't waste things. We look for what they can do as opposed to just, we're not very comfortable with throwing things away, right? We try to find a use for it. We think that everything is still useful, even if it's a waste, but it's still useful. So I looked at it. I'm like, what do I do? Okay, so I know banana is obviously good for the skin. So if you're trying to have a healthy skin, banana is your friend. Okay, when it's in season wherever you are, eat it like it's going out of season. It's fantastic for the skin. So when this banana dropped, I'm like, what am I going to do with this now? I couldn't, like, I already have an oil I had soaked in banana, or I've soaked banana in somewhere in the house. I hadn't started using it because I don't know, I didn't really like how my skin was responding to it. So it was a bit sharp. Maybe it's the way I used it or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I looked at it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to mash it in my soap. Now I talked about one ingredient. The video is there in one of the videos. Check it out. Like one ingredient I added to my soap that made my skin just look glowy. So I hadn't finished that batch I had mixed. So I just threw in the banana and tried to mash the banana into it. Well, I mashed the banana into that soap with that mixed soap already. So I just added the banana to it. Now my skin liked it from my neck down. It was amazing. In fact, it was kind of creamy. Like I'll have to repeat the soaping. Like I have to repeat the soaping like 2 or 3 times before my skin, I can actually feel my skin is clean. Like it was that, how will I put it now? It was that creamy, so to speak. But my face was a different issue. Now I began to understand why there is face cream and face soap, and there is, general body soap. I used to think, what kind of trouble is that? You have a different soap for your face, and then you have the different soap for your, like, look at me, y'all. If I can get away with having one soap for my hair and my skin, I'm going to embrace it. In fact, if I can have this kind of multi-purpose soap where everything I use a soap for, be it washing clothes or washing the house, taking my bath with it, you better believe I will take it. But I couldn't get away with it. That is why I had to do my findings and do some experiments. So I'm not really crazy about, having soap for that one, having soap for this one. If I've tried using general and it's not working, then I have to really, really find specific ones that work. Anywho, so I noticed that it was very, very sharp with my face. And for like a week, when I use it, my skin would just dry. So I realized that it was trying to, and here is the thing with skin that goes dry. When you're using something natural and your skin goes dry, what it's trying to do is to remove the damaged layer to reveal a purer layer beneath. So give it time to work. Not that I had a choice. Like I said, I don't waste things. I couldn't very well throw the soap away. So I'd already mashed the banana into it. So drying my face, thankfully, it wasn't drying my entire skin. It was just my face that it seemed to have an issue with, So I think, banana removes scar tissues. So if there is something, not remove scar tissues, like it fades scars, it fades scars. So when you are using ingredients in your soap or in your bath water or your cream that fades scars, you're going to be experiencing bouts of dryness every now and again. So your skin will dry. The skin surface will begin to dry. So it's like trying to kind of like remove the damaged skin so that a fresh skin will be revealed. And I'm grateful that by the time that one small banana had finished the cycle, because I think I finished, unless I scrape the buckets that I mixed that thing in, I finished that batch of soup. So I'm about to mix a new one right now. I know this time around, I'm not using that one ingredient I talked about then. I'm certainly not using banana because, well, there is no banana in the house. So it's what I have in the house that I use per se. Sometimes I do buy the things I'm going to use. So I bought that one already. So I want to try it out and see how it's like. And it's coffee. Yeah, it's coffee. Yeah. May the blessing of the Lord be with me as I try that out. I'll tell you how that feels like. But so I finished that batch, and I'm grateful that by the time I finished that batch of that one ingredient plus the banana, the skin dryness had gone. I hadn't washed my face this morning. Like I said, I take my bath at night most of the time. So I hadn't washed my face, and my face is, very moisturized. I had to bring it close so that you can see it clearly. So it feels moisturized, like I rubbed something on my face, like I rubbed cream or oil. I didn't rub any cream. I didn't oil my skin. I didn't oil my skin. I can't remember the last time I rubbed anything on my skin. So all I do is make sure that my soap is rich and my bath water is rich. And God has been faithful. He has made sure it worked. That what I try now works, because I keep saying God, because there were times I tried some things and it just didn't work. And everybody vouched that that thing worked and it just didn't work. So I was like, okay, this is something that I need help with. And thank God it's working out right now. Although it was, but like when I apply it to my face, it was burning. Like when I applied the soap to my face, it was burning. Y'all, it was burning. It was burning my face, was burning my neck, my shoulder area. So I realized these are delicate areas of the body. They are very, very, the skin is very, very delicate. So, and it's sensitive, more sensitive than other skin parts of the body that is tougher. Let's put it that way. The skin of the face is very, very delicate, so you have to be very careful. So I think it was tougher on my face and my neck and my shoulders, because I will feel that bite, right? So like by the time I rub so what I do is that when I massage soap on my face, because they are natural, what I use is natural and organic, and I want my skin to benefit from it most, to draw the nutrients from it. So I apply soap from my face down to my feet, right? I massage it into my body. I don't scrub my body. I don't use sponge anymore. I don't use sponge in over a year now. So you have to watch that video on itchy skin for you to get what I'm talking about. So I use my fingertips, my hand to massage my skin. And how do you massage? You press in. You press in your hand and you rub. You press in. I don't know how to do this now. Okay. I'll have to show you that in a separate video, so we don't spend so much time on this one. So I massage my skin. I massage it into my skin. That's what I do. So so it goes deeply into it. So all that time when I'm applying the soap to the rest of my body, my face is, absorbing the goodness from the soap, the all the goodies, all the nutrients and everything that comes with the natural foods that I put in the soap. So by the time I come to my face to start rinsing the soap out of my skin has absorbed what it wants to absorb. So that is how I do soak my skin in these things. Even if it's just for 1 minute, it's something. So I massage it while I'm waiting, because I can be very impatient. So while I'm waiting, I'm just massaging it and massaging my skin until I'm like, okay, I've spent enough time in the bathroom. Can I just get out now? So I just rinse my skin thoroughly, and that's it for the day. I'm fine for the day. There are a lot of times when the next time I wash my skin is after 12 hours or thereabout, when I'm about to sleep. It's only when I'm going out I'll take my bath in the morning. If I'm not going out, so that's the thing. Don't just be taking your bath all the time. Let your skin has its own natural mechanism. Let it do its own work as well. Give it a chance to do its own work, to take care of itself. Our body is made to take care of itself. We are only assisting it by, the foods we eat, what we apply to our skin. It's just an assistance. It's not what you're doing that is doing all the work. So if you're doing all the work for it and it's left redundant, it becomes a problem. Truly, it becomes a problem where it's lost the ability to take care of itself. So allow it to take care of itself. Allow it to secrete its own oil and everything. Allow it to work before you now wash everything off like 12 hours. It's because of this, COVID situation. Like, so when I go out, I take my bath before I go out. Sometimes I don't even take my bath. It's what especially when I'm going out early. Like I took my bath. Look at it now. If I took my bath like 11 p.m., sometimes 2, I sometimes, depends on when I finish the day's activities and I'm about to sleep. Sometimes it's 12 a.m. that I take my bath. How do you now expect me to now have my bath again at 7 a.m.? Whatever for. Like, that is not even healthy do you understand? Hence, unless I feel a certain way, if I'm not comfortable, I will take my bath, regardless of how many hours ago I took my bath. But if I'm comfortable, I'm fine. I just wash the corners of my body, and that's about it. Not the entire skin, just the corners of my body, and that's just about it. That's what I do. But when I'm uncomfortable, if I feel uncomfortable and I actually feel like taking my bath, I'll take my bath in the morning before going out. And of course, before I enter the house, I'll take my bath. I'm not going to go outside, go everywhere, touch all the places I touched, sanitizer or no sanitizer. Once I get home, before I go through the house, I take my bath. So like that is when I go out are the only days I take bath twice a day. So let your skin work as well. Your skin every part of our body has been given the ability to work itself. So all we are doing is just we supporting it, is we helping it, assisting it to work optimally, giving it the nudge, the extra nudge. That's all. It's not what we are doing that is doing the work. Trust me, we can't do the work. Are you kidding me? You can't do the work of maintaining your body the way your body does it itself. Ask those whose some of their body parts have shut down. Do you see how many wires, how many things they connect to their body? Those who have maybe liver problems, that their liver has stopped working. Do you see how many things they connect to their body? And that is just, in quote, one organ that stopped working. So all we are doing, that we are still functioning, is by the grace of God, that is one. Is by the mercy of God, that is two. The third one is that we just know the right thing to do, and the right thing we are doing is working. That's all. That's all. I don't take it for granted that I know anything. What I know, God revealed it to me. I see everything I do as a revelation, because if it works, it's a revelation. That's just how I see it. It's a revelation, because I've been where people had told me, vouch, and I can tell that this thing actually works. It just refused to work for me at the time. Now here I am, I'm using things that are not as expensive, easily accessible, and it's working well. Please, nobody should tell me that is not God's grace. I'm not gonna hear it. All right. I think I've pulled your ears long enough, and I hope you've learned one or two things from this video. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And I thank you to all the subscribers that I have already. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You could have subscribed to anybody else, but you just chose, to subscribe to me. I really, 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 to subscribe to this channel, rather, I really, really appreciate it. It's God's channel for us. So what God puts in my mind is what I tell you. See, it's God, oh, honestly. I haven't taken breakfast right now, and it's almost, and it's unhealthy not to that you're not fasting and you hadn't taken breakfast. It's probably 11 a.m. or even past 11 as we speak, and I hadn't taken breakfast, but I just felt a need to talk about this. Like, I just felt a need. I felt like I would be selfish if I don't talk about this. So it's God that yanked me from my routine of, can I just have my breakfast? You understand? Like, so I hadn't eaten. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing this. But sometimes I like to take care of myself first before I start talking like this. And I hadn't done that. I want to drink water. I hadn't drank water. So I'm just confirming to you that this is God. He just kept saying, go and say something. I'm like, God, can you just let me have my breakfast first? But I just didn't have peace of mind about it. And frankly speaking, having breakfast with a nagging chore on your mind is just not the way to go. So I was like, all right, let me just do this. So please, like, share, okay? Even if you don't like it, share it. You never know. Somebody who needs it will find it. Do you understand? Somebody also shared something that I saw that inspired what I'm sharing with you right now. That's just it. So stay strong, stay healthy, encourage yourself in the Lord, and trust your conscience, trust your instincts, especially if you are working with God. All right? Shalom.